On this, we're basically using a few different ways to interpret data. In 1 through 5, you can use a dot plot, this dot plot right here. Okay, question number 1. I don't need that highlight right there. Question number 1. Okay, in 4th grade science, or the 4th grade science is measuring the height of plants as part of an experiment. Which plant height is the most common? So basically, if I'm trying to find the most common, it's where the data falls the most. So it's going to be the tallest one or the one with the most dots, and that's going to be that one right there. And I can see it's between 2 and 3 on my number line, so it's going to be 2. And then if I look at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 parts right there. It's on the 3rd one, so that's 3/4. 2 and 3/4, not 3/3, 3/4. Okay. Or I could also say 2 and 75/100. The same thing as 2 and 3/4 because 3/4 is 75 cents. Question number 2. Is there an outlier in the data? If so, what is its height? Okay, right here's my outlier because most of my data falls right in these areas right here. This one's kind of outside of what the norm is for our tomato plants. So yes, there is. Okay, and its height is it's between 1 and 2, so it's going to be 1. It's directly between 1 and 2, so that's 1.5. Or I could say that's also 1 and 2/4 because it's a 2/4, or 1 and 5/10. All of them mean the same thing, or they're the same length. Question number 3. How many plants does the class measure? So that's how many dots there are here is what they measured. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 plants. Question number 4. What are 2 ways to use an line plot to identify the values in a data set that occurs most often? And we did that on this one already. And we basically looked at the one that was the tallest data point right there, or the one with the most dots. Okay, and that's how you do that. Question number 5. Which are there more of? Plants with a height greater than 3 inches or less than 3 inches? Okay, this is 3 inches right here. The ones that are less than 3 inches is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the ones that are greater than 3 inches, that'd be on this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the ones that are less than 3 inches. Less than 3 inches. Okay. Okay, in 6 through 8, use the stem and leaf plot. Okay, and number 6. Okay, the two youngest guests are Lisa's brothers. How old are they? So you're going to list how old her brothers are. Question number 7. Lisa's age is the same as the age of the greatest number of her guests. How old is she? And question number 8. Okay, are the combined ages of the guests who are younger than 20 less or greater than the combined ages of the guests who are older than 60? And how much more or less? So you got 2 question marks, I got 2 answers. So I basically need to tell which group, if you combine their age, is the greatest, and by how much it's greater than the other group. Look at the next backside. Question number 9. Which statement is true about rainfall in the 2 cities shown to the right? Okay, you got city A and city B right here. Okay, or answer choice A. Both cities receive the same amount of rain on most days. Answer choice B. Okay, and let me go back. There's only one right answer because it says which statement. If there's more than one right answer, it would say statements. Answer choice B. The greatest amount of rain each city received in one day was 3 inches. Answer choice C. City B received the greatest amount of rain in a single day. And answer choice D. City B had more days of rain than City A. Okay, question number 10. Which city had the greatest amount of total rainfall? And explain. So we basically need to work it out, or we need to add up how much rain altogether for the cities, or for City A and then for City B, and see which one is greater. Okay, on City A, let's start the smallest. A 1/10 on 2 days and 5/10 on 1 day. That equals 7/10. Okay, next I had 3 days where it rained 1 inch, so that's 3 inches. Okay, on 3 days I had it rain 15 tenths of an inch. 15 tenths is the same thing as, or 15 tenths times 3. 15 plus 15 plus 15 is 45 tenths, or the same thing as 4 and 5 tenths. Okay, and then I had 1 day where it rained 2 inches. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and add up my whole numbers. Have 2 and 4 is 6, then plus 3, that's 9. So I got 9 inches with all my whole numbers. And then I add 7 tenths and 5 tenths is the same thing as 12 tenths. Let me put this down here so I don't get confused. 12 tenths. And 12 tenths is the same thing as 1 and 2 tenths. So plus 1 and 2 tenths. That equals 10 and 2 tenths. Okay, so city A was 10 and 2 tenths. City B. Okay, I've got 5 days right here where it rained 1 tenth, and 1 day where it rained 5 tenths. Okay, 5 tenths plus 5 tenths is 10 tenths, same thing as 1. Okay, then I had 1 day where it rained 15 tenths, which is the same thing as 1 and 5 tenths. Had 1 day where it rained 2 inches, right here. Had 2 days where it rained 3 inches, which is 6. Now all I need to do is add all this up. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 5 tenths. So, City B had 10 and 5 tenths. City A had 10 and 2 tenths, so City B had the most rain. Okay. Question number 11. Holly collected information about the number of residents in several homes. Below is a list of the data she collected. Okay, what you need to find out is what is the outlier in this data. Question number 12. Okay, we'll work this one together. How do you determine the boundaries when creating a dot plot? Pretty much the same thing as when we was talking about number lines. First, you need to find out the smallest data and the greatest. Okay, greatest. Okay, so we'll use this data over here on question number 11. The smallest data point is 2. Largest data point is 12. Okay, you just need to make sure you capture those 2 points there. Okay, when you're capturing data right there, because all the other data is going to fall in between there. Okay, if we used like between 1 and 5, we're not going to capture all the data. You got to have you got to be able to capture all the data there. Okay, question number 13. Okay, a cuttlefish has adapted to change its skin color and texture to blend with its surroundings. Some scientists estimate that that cuttlefish has as many as 10 million color cells in their skin. Write 10 million in standard form. In standard form is how we normally write numbers. It's just digits. Write the digits to show 10 million. And problem 14. What stems are needed in a stem and leaf plot of the values below? So what stems are we going to need to get all this data on a stem and leaf plot?